I actually want to cry, if I'm honest. If I see the pictures in a year, the place sinks another 4 meters. We need these pictures on the cover of the newspapers every day. It kind of reminds me, 10 years ago, we started building the World Food Program tent in Davos. You may have seen it on the promenade. And it was a very lonely place in the beginning, and we were talking about every 6 seconds a child is dying because of hunger, and that's an incredibly sad story as well. And yesterday I was in the World Food Program dinner in that same tent. And the word every 6 seconds or children dying wasn't mentioned anymore. The story that was out there was, there are the SDGs, 5 are relevant for the problem of hunger, and these are the actions we can take to eradicate hunger. It has turned from a sad, emotive story into an actionable plan based on the Great Sustainable Development Goal framework. This year, a bunch of passionate people are building a tent. If you have 5 minutes before you leave, go out that way, down the stairs, behind the building. There's the Arctic Basecamp. It's a small collection of tents, one a little bit bigger than others, and these people are actually sleeping there. They're not taking the luxury of a hotel and a warm apartment. I'm actually disappointed we're in a heated room here. I would have wanted you to sit outside in the cold, but anyway, that was a bit too rough maybe, but this is the magic of Davos. Let me wake you up. My wife, 2 years ago, came home crying from one of the sessions. It was the Arctic session. And she thought it was going to be about the stuff that you guys research and what are we going to do. But the actual session was how are we going to explore the Arctic after the sea ice is gone? How do we open shipping routes? Where do we start pumping oil and other minerals? And she was completely shocked. And that's the other side of Davos. And the reason why business is here is just without business taking this issue, the melting of the ice in the Arctic, at heart, we're never going to find the solutions. We're just going to drill, ship, and whatever else we do. So I'm here to support science. Science brings facts. When business has facts, it will act. You don't need to tell me anymore that the Arctic is melting. We know. We need to start translating it into what are the solutions that are available. Christiana is here. She's the biggest hero in the world in giving us the Paris Agreement. That's a framework like the SDGs is for the broader Sustainable Development Agenda. Business will mobilize itself. There are direct actions we can take. Shipping in the area with heavy fuel oils, which puts a lot of black root onto the ice, reduces the reflective capacity. We need to ban that by 2020 if we can. But there is much of a call to the wider climate action agenda that business now needs to take the lead on. And you, the scientists, are the voice to bring the facts, to mobilize us. And I'll have one other sobering thought for you. It's not just about the ice melting, as sad as it may be for the polar bears or the Swiss camp or other effects. But what this will do, and I hope you talk about it a bit later, this will change weather patterns around the world. This will make supply chains for the food system completely unpredictable. And if you think climate change is a tough one to crack, solving the food system on how are we going to feed 10 billion people in a sustainable and healthy way with delicious meals is an even bigger challenge. And your ice will make that, I don't know how many times more difficult. So I just want to say thanks for organizing this, for putting up another tent. I hope you will build it many years. I just hope it won't take us 10 years to get it into action. Thanks for bringing the science, for the incredible jobs you do in very rough circumstances. Bring us the facts, but make it part of a conversation about solutions. And then business, I will do everything we can to mobilize business and implement them at the fastest scale.